Good morning, students. Today we will study class 7 geography chapter number 3rd, Our Changing Earth. In this chapter we will study about our earth and about the changes that occur on the earth. The lithosphere is broken into a number of plates known as lithospheric plates. You know that lithospheric plates has been made lithospheric plates have been made with continental masses and oceanic crust. Understand? Lithospheric plates, the earth's crust, consist of several large and small hard irregularly shaped plates which carry continent and the ocean floor. Understood? You will be surprised you will be surprised to know that these plates move around very slowly, just a few millimeters each year. This is because of the movement of the molten magma inside the earth. And these changes occurs because of the movement of molten magma inside the earth. And the molten magma inside the earth moves in a circular manner. We can understand by the example here. We can take a small colored paper palette piece and put it in a beaker. What do you mean by the term beaker? Beaker means this is a pot, flat bottom jar made up of glass or plastic used for chemistry. And we can use beaker and fill half filled with water and place the beaker on a tripod stand, three stand, that is tripod stand we can say it, and heat it. As the water warms up, you will observe that the paper palette is moving upward along with the warm layers of water and then sinks back along with the cooler layers of water. And in the such way the molten magma inside the earth moves in a similar manner. Understand? Come on, the next. And the movement of these plates causes changes on the surface of earth. And because of the movement of molten magma inside the earth, the movement of these plates also causes changes on the surface of the earth. Because of changes, the earth movements are divided on the basis of the forces which cause them. There are two forces that are the responsible for changes on the earth, and these are the forces which act in the interior of the earth are called as endogenic forces, and the forces that work on the surface of the earth are called exogenous forces. Before coming on the point endogenic forces and exogenic forces, we must know about word origin. Endo means inside and genic means origin. So we can say that the forces which the endogenic force which originates within the earth, and we can read it afterward. And exogenic means, what do you mean by exogenic? Outside origin means that the force which originates outside the earth on the surface of earth. So there is a two forces, exogenic and endogenic, and because of these two forces, the changes occurs on the earth. Come on the figure and know about it. Earth movements. The earth movements has been divided into two parts, endogenic and exogenic. And endogenic forces has been divided into also two parts, sudden forces and dystrophic forces. Sudden forces, and we know that endogenic forces works inside the earth. Sudden forces, earthquake, earthquake that occurs inside the earth, volcano, volcanic eruption, landslides we can get in the particular mountain area, landsliding. And because of these sudden forces, we get changes on the earth's surface because of volcanic eruption, earthquake and landslides. Second force is dystrophic forces. Dystrophic forces means building mountains. As you know that because of the movement of the earth inside the earth, the plates always move, and because of this movement, mountains build after thousand and thousand of years. Second one is exogenic forces. In exogenic forces, we will read erosional and depositional. As you know that because of erosion and deposition, lands are formed, and by the help of river, wind, sea waves, glaciers. As you know that when the rivers flow from the mountains, they bring a lot of things, silt, we can say that, land, stones, and these things are carried with the help of air, water, and these things are deposited in a place and makes a landform. Understand? So because of the erosion, something will be eroded from one place, mountains, land, silt, understand, pieces will be eroded and it will be deposited, these will be deposited in a place for making a land, making the landforms, and the helping things are there, river, wind, sea waves, glacier. Understand? So by the figure we can understand evolution of landforms. Endogenic forces sometimes produce sudden movements and at the other time produce slow movements. Sudden movements like earthquakes and volcanoes cause mass destruction over the surface of the earth. Understand? So the endogenic forces, because of these occurs because of sudden movements, and the other times produce slow movements. Sudden movements like earthquakes and volcanoes cause mass destruction over the surface of the earth. Come on the next. We will read here volcano. What is volcano? Volcano is a vent opening in the earth's crust through which molten material erupts suddenly. And what is volcano? A volcano is a vent. Vent means, what do you understand by the term vent? By the figure you can observe here, vent means opening through which gases, especially air, can pass. In the figure you are getting the vent that is in red color and going upward upwards, and by the vent, by the way of vent, molten magma erupts, come on the surface of the crust earth. Understand? So here you are getting in the figure, the red portion is magma chamber, where in the magma chamber molten magma whilst molten magma moves in a circular manner in this magma chamber, and after that by the way through the vent, by the way through the vent it will be erupted. And here is in the figure you are getting a crater. What do you mean by the term crater? Large big hole. And by the crater gases and ash will be erupted on the earth surface. And vent is a small opening through which only gases will erupt, and by the crater is a big hole, we can say that gases and ash will be erupted. Understand? You can observe the figure, and after the eruption you are getting in black color in the figure, it the molten magma takes the form of lava after eruption. Understand? So I hope that you have understood. Come on the next. Similarly, when the lithospheric plates move, the surface of the earth vibrates. The vibration can travel all around the earth, and these vibrations are called earthquakes. And you know that when the lithospheric plates move, the lithospheric plates which have been made on with the help of oceanic crust on ocean floor and on the continental masses, and the lithospheric plates move and the surface of the earth vibrates, and the vibration can travel all around the earth, and these vibrations are called earthquake. The places in the crust where the movements start is called the focus, and the places on the surface above the focus is called the epicenter. Understand? We can understand it by the figure. Vibration travel outwards from the epicenter as waves. Greatest damage is usually closest to the epicenter, and the strength of the earthquake decreases away from the center. Come on the figure. In the figure you will get here, you are getting the figure origin of an earthquake. This is the figure, and how earthquake originates. And in this figure you are getting, there is a hole. This is where the earthquake, and this is known as focus. Focus means you are getting that this is where the earthquakes occurs. It is the origin of the seismic energy, and focus is a point from that place earthquakes occurs. This is the originating place of earthquake, and after that you will get above the we can say that over the focus you will get epicenter. And what is the role of epicenter? The place on the surface above the focus is called epicenter, and vibration travels, whatever the vibration due to earthquake, that will travel outwards the epicenter as a waves on the lithospheric plates, on the lithosphere. Understand? Vibration will travel with the help of epicenter throughout the whole direction. Plate boundary, you are getting, this is a plate boundary, lithospheric plates boundary. You have known that lithosphere has been made, lithospheric boundary has been made with lithospheric plates with the help of continent and ocean floors. So These seismic waves will radiate moves out in all direction when it will come on epicenter from the focus, and it will move through the whole direction on plate boundary. Understand? You can look in the figure, you can watch in the figure that the waves are radiating, moving, going in all directions. Firstly, this will be originated from focus. After that, it will come on epicenter, and epicenter will do what? The vibration will travel outward from the epicenter as a waves throughout the plate boundary on the lithospheric plates, we can say that, because of seismic energy, seismic waves. Understand? Come on the next. There are three types of earthquake waves. First is P waves, as we know that, longitudinal waves. Second is S waves or transverse waves. Third is L waves or surface waves. We will read all these in the in 11th class, because it is not mentioned here. Understand? So I hope that you have understood these topics, and after that we will start the next topic in the next